Hi everyone, welcome to this month's The Good, The Bad and The Ugly. What's been working really well, stuff that I'm not very impressed about, and then the really ugly stuff. So let's make a start. The first two products I'm going to mention are both L'Oreal. Unfortunately, I only have the old formula version of the True Match foundation. I know they have repackaged and reformulated it, and I haven't actually tried the new formula, so I'm sorry if it bothers anyone and I'm mentioning this just because you can't really buy this old formula anymore, but I've been really enjoying it. It's a bit thicker than what I'm used to, and the colour is quite fair, so I've only worn it for the first half of the month because then I've been in sort of fake tan season, but this primer, Lumi Magique L'Oreal primer, is a really lovely primer. I used to say on my channel I don't really have any open pores, and I didn't, but then sort of out of nowhere, probably an age related thing, I do have a few open pores around my nose, and when I've got my makeup on it's not really that obvious, except that because they're new, I've started to notice them more, and I just find that this primer, although it's an illuminating primer and not sort of like a pore filling primer, really helps the look of that area. It's nice to have a bit of highlighter down your nose in the summertime, but you don't want to accentuate any large pores, so lovely for a lovely all over glow and to help with that area if you've not got sort of problem pores, but you have got slightly noticeable pores, let's say. I've also really enjoyed my Barry M Coconut Infusion nail paints. I have mine in the shades oh, they're rubbed off. I'll leave the shades in the description bar for you because I've mentioned these before. You're supposed to wear them without a base, and for that reason I really love them, because the Coconut Infusion then can touch your nails, which is the whole point of it, but it means it's one less layer of thickness on your nails to contend with in regards to drying and peeling, and so I do really enjoy that about them, and they don't stain my nails at all, and these two colours I've really loved for summer. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not as good as a nail treatment, and I wouldn't say they've helped my nails grow or anything, and they don't smell like coconut either, so really it's just a concept, but it's hooked me and I've been really enjoying them. I don't mean to show you everything in twos like Noah's Ark, but I've got two concealers I'm enjoying this month. I'm really been enjoying the Rimmel Match Perfection and Rimmel Lasting Finish. Only a coincidence that I also enjoy those foundations and mention them a lot, and only a coincidence that they're both Rimmel, but yeah, these two are fantastic concealers. This one is a bit thicker, but they both have similar coverage. If you're a bit drier under the eye, then maybe the Match Perfection. I actually went travelling recently and took this with me travelling. That's how reliable that I found it. I picked it out of all of my foundations, concealers. I've got a review on this Rimmel one, which I'll link in the description bar. It's been included in part of my Battle of the Under Eye Drugstore Concealer Review, the series, and this is certainly going to be one that's be reviewed next. I'm sure it's going to rate very highly. Not sorry if that's a spoil. I've got quite a lot of lip products to talk about, so let's start swatching. The first favourite I'm going to get out of the way because they are still a favourite, but the least favourite. I've enjoyed the Maybelline Colour Drama Intense Velvet Lip Pencil, but I've only enjoyed it in conjunction with this lip gloss. So there's it swatched on its own, and it does dry. It doesn't dry down kiss proof like a liquid lipstick, but it is a matte finish. And over the top I've got Maybelline 720 Nude Illusion Colour Elixir. Now the reason I'll put that over the top and show you, it's a lovely finish. I actually wore one of the shades of this on my wedding day, but I lost it, and I'll just show you that there. The only thing is it's a very kind of thick gloss, and it isn't for everybody, and the reason why it can't be like a massive favourite is just I don't like the scent of them both, so I will say that I wouldn't repurchase them because of the scent, but honestly I have been wearing them a lot this month, and so for that reason I decided to include them. Next I'm going to talk about Makeup Revolution lip product. Hold the phones, yes. I mean, they're not great, let's face it, at lip products. They're great at a lot of things, I love them, but lip products is not their thing, not their strength. But this one is a matte formula, and it's no, it's not a matte formula, sorry. No, I don't think it is this one. I don't think this one is a matte formula. It's Make It in the City, and it's their sort of how would you call it, pro lipsticks. Again, I'll just link it in the description bar for you. And I think this one is a dupe for MAC's Girl About Town, which I've never owned, but I've been enjoying that shade. I have been enjoying nice bright colours because the sun's been out, although this one is probably an exception. It's a nude by Maybelline. I've been enjoying 630 Velvet Beige. Now I usually only crack this one out during the autumn, honestly. It's quite, I'd say it's a little bit cool toned and a little bit rosy, but still I've been enjoying that. That's, you know, I'm not necessarily showing you what's popular or fashionable. I'm just literally showing you the honest situation of what I've been enjoying. And then I've got 14 by Milani, which is Rose Hip. Now I have just realised that all of these colours, those two are quite similar to each other and those two are quite similar to each other. This smells amazing. I do prefer the formula of Milani and the scent of Milani over Makeup Revolution, so those are the ones I've been enjoying. And there's also a gloss by Makeup Revolution that I wanted to mention. It's in the shade Hush, and it's got a little bit of sparkle in it, but it is very subtle. It's not like a glitter or anything. The gloss looks like that, and it's just been a fantastic topper, or great just to sling on when you want a really natural look. So I didn't think I was going to have any lip products to put in because I'm in a project pan and I've got lip products to use up then, but these ones have been ones this month that I've not been able to resist. So I've got a bronzer and a highlighter for this month. I've been massively into this Makeup Revolution Pro Illuminate. I mean, look at the size of it. You get 15 grams of product. It's a lovely golden colour, which, let me just swatch it there, is fantastic for the summertime. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. It's not too boom, but it's certainly not subtle. I haven't got it on today, I've got something else on. Let me just see if I can get a better swatch for you on the back of my other hand. So I like it because it's a skin tone colour. So when I've got fake tan on, it looks gorgeous. It's more subtle when I do have tan on, and then when I don't have tan on, it stands out more, but the shade's just lovely. I've been enjoying it because I've not been enjoying the one in my project pan, to be honest, the Makeup Academy one, because it's just got too much bluey purple in it. But this is just a beautiful champagne colour. And Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. If you haven't smelled this, you need to. It's amazing. Now, on one hand, a lot of people say that the smell is a bit too much. A lot of people love it. For me, if I don't fancy that strong smell, I just use a different bronzer. But then when I do want that strong smell, you know, I've never smelled a bronzer like it. It's a really strong tropical coconut smell. So this is so smooth and soft. It leaves a lovely sort of sheen on the skin. It's not too much, not too orangey, very subtle. So definitely one for, you know, fair girls. I have mine in the shade Bronzer, and I think they do an even lighter version of this. So yeah, I've just popped it there, and as you can see, it's very subtle. I haven't got it on today. Again, I've got something different on. But I'm addicted to this. When I went travelling, I went to see family in the Midlands. It's not like I went around the world, but when I went on my journey, I took it with me. So I always feel that speaks volumes for a product when you trust it enough to pack it and not take anything else. The blush palette I want to mention is Blush Goddess by Makeup Revolution. So that it looks like that. Although I miss having a mirror, well, I thought I would, let's say, I ended up not missing it because I have other mirrors I can use in other palettes, and it's actually quite handy as a person on YouTube to not have to like hold your hand over the mirror. These colours, these blush colours, are just absolutely stunning. They're very natural and day appropriate, so quite different to the blushes I would usually buy from, say, Sleek, which I can find a little bit difficult to wear sometimes. Again, I haven't got any of them on today, sorry guys, but I just love them. This one's like a deep rose, that's like a cool toned pink. This is like a very light sort of neutral with a slight touch of rose, slight touch of peach, and then this one's quite like an orangey peachy colour. They're just stunning. I mean, I haven't really experimented that much with the highlighters because I've been using the other highlighter, but these blushes are beautiful. This palette is fantastic value for money, and I would highly recommend it. The other favourite I want to mention is this case by, I think it's Otterbox, the company. It says Otterbox there, and it's designed for Samsung, and mine's for the Samsung Galaxy S7. It says sleek protection, series symmetry. It was pricey. It's the most pricey phone case I've ever bought. It was about £30, but you can get it in the sale. I did notice there were 3 for 2, and so obviously it'd be cheaper if you bought more. I got the one that was clear with a nude trim, and I just wanted to say how fantastic this has been. I put it in my back pocket of my jeans, which sort of dyed the trim like a blue colour, and that just came straight off, which I was really impressed about. I've dropped my phone about 3 times, which I'm not happy about, but these things happen, and this has protected it. It's not going to dent, a scratch, a chip, a crack, nothing on it. This is well worth every penny. For somebody who's previously had to use insurance to replace screens on their phone, etc., this is an amazing investment, and I really don't know how I could do without it. Favourites wise, I wanted to mention a few non-beauty favourites. First of all, spin classes. I've been working my ass off at spin classes recently, and I just wanted to say that I'm really enjoying them. If you haven't tried a spin class, yes, they are hard and they have that reputation of being hard, but at the same time, just give them a go, you know, especially if you pick one that's for any level or for beginners even. So yeah, I've been really enjoying spin classes. The other thing I wanted to mention was Pokemon Go. I'm absolutely obsessed with Pokemon Go, which goes hand in hand with the phone case, because you know, when you're out and about and you're playing Pokemon Go, you really need to have a phone case just in case, because your phone's out a lot and you're using it a lot, and if you're catching Pokemon it could slip out of your hand. So yeah, I'm almost level 15 now. Let me know in the comments if you've been enjoying Pokemon Go, what level you are. I started mine off with a Pikachu, and I picked Team Red, which is Valor, if anyone's interested in that. And the very last favourite to mention is Game of Thrones. Me and my husband have been obsessed with Game of Thrones, and we hadn't watched any of them at all, and so we're binge watching them now. We're on series 3, episode 5 or 6, I believe. My favourite character has got to be Brienne. She just reminds me so much of my auntie Tina, and she's so funny. So yeah, I just really love to see her interacting with the Kingslayer, with Jaime Lannister, and yeah, let me know again if that's something you've been loving. It's so nice, isn't it, to meet people or speak to people with similar interests. But I think, to be honest, everyone loves Game of Thrones. It's just one of those things. It's absolutely addictive. Now we're moving on to the bad. So I've got to mention this Wilco's Claytime Purifying Face Mask. It wasn't very expensive, but still I'm very disappointed. I've tried face masks that are a similar price or cheaper than this, and I did smell it. To give it its dues, you know, I should have smelt it and thought, wow, that's too strong. It's very strongly scented, but this burns my face. I'm going to have to put it, unfortunately, in the bin, because I just don't risk using it anymore. I don't feel like it's doing anything for my skin. Even when I tolerate the pain and leave it on for a good 10 to 15 minutes, I've taken it off and I don't feel like it's benefited me in any way. It is cheap, but sometimes you can find diamonds in the rough, but in this case it is cheap, and it feels cheap, and it behaves cheap, and it performs cheap. So yeah, I don't recommend this face mask at all. The lip sugar scrub I tried in the same range was alright, quite nice actually, but no to the mask. That's going in the bin. I prefer a mask as well that does dry down, so you feel like it's really sucking everything out of your pores really, but that one doesn't seem to dry at all, although it's not like a moisturising one. It is supposed to be a clay one, so I don't really know what's going on there. I've got to mention Benefit's BADgal. Now, I feel sometimes there's a bit of controversy about mentioning high-end products in a negative way. I know a lot of people have a really strong following towards particular brands, so I'm not slating Benefit, although I will say that I've tried a lot of Benefit products, and I'm happy with almost every single one. So that is just the truth of it, and not just for the fact it's not worth the money. It's the actual performance is no good. This is no exception. This is BADgal by Benefit, and it's an eyeliner. I tried keeping it. I'll show you what I mean. It's just not very opaque. It's not very black. I've tried it as an eyeliner. It doesn't work. Doesn't stay in the waterline. Doesn't look good enough. I've tried it as a base for a smoky eye. I mean, when you look at that, it looks like it'd be perfect for that, like a Maybelline colour tattoo in black, you know. So I tried it as a like I say, a base. And I've also tried it over the top of a normal eyeshadow primer as a base again and topped it with eyeshadow. Nothing I do stops this bad boy from creasing, no pun intended. So this is a BADgal, definitely is a BADgal. I just feel like it's got to the point where it's not even worth keeping, so again I'm probably just going to chuck that away because I've tried every which way to make it work. This product is Makeup Revolution Salvation Intense Lip Lacquer. In Salvation Intense Lacquer. I love this colour. I'm so gutted. I'm obsessed with this colour. I've even worn a recent video and had compliments on it. The colour is just stunning. But whether you wear a lip liner or not, this sucker bleeds like a mother. It's all over your face. So yeah, I just wish, I mean, if anyone could, let's say, yeah, it's a lot deeper. If anyone can find a dupe for this colour in a different product, any sort of formula finish will do. I just think that colour's stunning. I am going to keep it because the colour, and like I said, you can apply it in a very thin layer, and maybe I'll invest in some more expensive lip liners to see if that helps. Yeah, it's just, it bleeds all over the place, and it makes me feel so sad because it's so beautiful. The last product I'm going to mention in the bad category is Glossybox. I'm not going to sit here whinging on about them, and I don't like saying derogatory things about companies, so I'm not comfortable doing that. But I have cancelled my subscription, and I have of late found Glossybox very, very disappointing and too hit and miss for my liking. So let's get stuck in with the ugly. So first of all, I'm going to mention the Stafford Arganol from Morocco Curl Cream. This product's very high in alcohol, very drying, doesn't hold a curl very well, doesn't moisturise at all, and it's far more expensive than, for example, OGX Moroccan Curling Perfection Defining Cream, which is so much better, in my opinion, about 10 times better than this one. I feel now the same about Lee Stafford as I do about John Frieda, in the sense that I've tried enough of their products to put me off the brand completely. I won't be repurchasing that, and I probably won't be buying anything from Lee Stafford again in future. I've gotten through almost all of it, so it's almost completely empty. Nobody can't say I've not given it a good go, and I've tried 3 or 4 of the Lee Stafford Arganol from Morocco products now, and they've all disappointed me, and that one hasn't been any different. Last but not least, I've got to have a whinge about this. So if you watch my channel, you know that I love Listerine Stay White. It's not the most expensive one, and it doesn't claim to do the most. That's actually the purple one. I think it's Total Care or something. This was wrapped around one that was a Total Care. The packaging was limited edition. It was kind of like opaque, so you couldn't see the purple colour, but it was the same as the purple one, the Total Care. And it said you got a free Maybelline lipstick. I'm all about Maybelline lipsticks. So yeah, I was excited to try it. Got it home, put it in the cupboard, finished my mouthwash. Saw on the outside it said that there's a code inside. You get the code out, you put it on the computer, on the internet, on the website, and you get sent a free lipstick. Happy days. Finished my mouthwash, opened this up, got the code off the inside, and then went to the website, and the website basically said you need to take a photograph of your receipt for buying the product and upload it in order to claim your free lipstick. Come on, Listerine, you could have warned us on the outside of the packaging, beware, be careful. It even says there, terms and conditions. Nowhere on there does it mention that you should keep your receipt. You really should warn people. So I'm very disappointed, because I mean, who keeps a receipt for a mouthwash purchase? Certainly not me, and so I feel completely cheated out of my lipstick. I'm really disappointed with you, Listerine. I'm not going to stop buying your product because it's the best. If you don't like that acidy burning feeling, you're not going to like this, but in my opinion that's how it gets the job done, and so I'm just a bit annoyed with them, and that's definitely an ugly for the month. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you've been enjoying and not enjoying. Have a good whinge, let it out, tell us what's rubbish, and give us a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!